Karen used fake deeds to claim my land. The judge had her escorted out of the courtroom. Have you ever trusted someone so completely that their betrayal felt like a punch to the gut? That's exactly how Elena Martinez felt when she discovered her lifelong friend, Karen Whitmore, had forged documents to steal her family's land, a 5-acre plot in rural Texas that had been in Elena's family for 3 generations. The land, nestled among rolling hills and dotted with pecan trees, wasn't just property. It was Elena's heritage, her late grandfather's pride, and the place she dreamed of building a home for her kids. But Karen, with her crocodile tears and a stack of fake deeds, thought she could snatch it away. What unfolded in that small-town courtroom wasn't just justice, it was a spectacle that left everyone speechless. Elena had always seen Karen as family. They'd grown up together, sharing secrets over lemonade on Elena's porch, their kids playing in the same fields. Karen was the friend who showed up with casseroles during tough times, the one who always had a smile and a plan. So when Karen offered to help Elena with paperwork to secure a loan against the land to cover medical bills after Elena's husband's accident, Elena didn't hesitate. "You're a lifesaver," she told Karen, handing over copies of the property records. Little did she know, Karen was weaving a web of deceit. Using her job at a local real estate office, Karen crafted a forged deed, complete with a fake notary stamp, claiming Elena had sold her the land for $10,000, a fraction of its $250,000 value. The audacity was staggering. Elena only discovered the fraud when a surveyor showed up, claiming the land now belonged to Whitmore Properties, LLC. The truth hit Elena like a freight train. Karen hadn't just betrayed her. She tried to erase her family's legacy. Elena's first call was to her lawyer, Maria Delgado, a no-nonsense attorney known for taking on tough cases in Bexar County. Maria dug into the records and found glaring red flags. The notary's commission had expired years before the deed was signed, and the document lacked the required metes and bounds description. "This is amateur hour," Maria scoffed. But the damage was done. Karen had already listed the land for sale, pocketing a $50,000 deposit from an unsuspecting buyer, a young couple hoping to build their dream home. Elena's fury was matched only by her heartbreak. How could someone she trusted for decades stoop so low? Maria's advice was clear. "We're taking this to court. Karen's about to learn what happens when you mess with the wrong family." The courtroom showdown was set for a humid July morning in the Bexar County Courthouse. Elena sat nervously, clutching her grandfather's old pocket watch, while Karen strutted in, her designer heels clicking, exuding confidence. She'd hired a slick attorney, James Carver, who smirked as he shuffled papers, ready to spin a tale of a legitimate transaction. The plaintiff's side, Elena and Maria, presented a mountain of evidence. The forged deed, the expired notary stamp, and emails from Karen to the buyer promising a quick sale. Maria's voice was steady but fierce as she laid out the case, pointing out every inconsistency in Karen's story. Karen claimed Elena had gifted her the land out of gratitude, a story so absurd it drew gasps from the gallery. Elena's hands shook as she testified, her voice breaking as she recounted her grandfather's stories of working the land. "This isn't just dirt," she said. "It's my family's soul." Then came the twist no one saw coming. Maria called an unexpected witness, Mrs. Clara Thompson, an 80-year-old retired clerk from the county recorder's office. Clara, with her silver hair and sharp memory, testified that Karen had tried to file another fake deed 2 years earlier for a different property but was caught when a clerk noticed the same expired notary stamp. "She sweet-talked her way out of it back then," Clara said, glaring at Karen. "But I kept the records." The courtroom buzzed as Maria presented Clara's evidencia paper trail linking Karen to a pattern of fraud. Karen's face drained of color, her confident facade cracking. The judge, a stern woman named Evelyn Harper, leaned forward, her eyes narrowing. "Ms. Whitmore," she said, "you'd better have a good explanation for this." Karen's defense crumbled faster than a house of cards in a windstorm. Her attorney stammered, trying to pivot to a claim that Elena had misunderstood the loan agreement. But Judge Harper wasn't having it. "This isn't a misunderstanding," she snapped. "This is theft, plain and simple." Karen took the stand, her voice trembling as she spun a tale of financial desperation, claiming she only meant to borrow the land's value. The judge's patience wore thin as Karen dodged questions about the notary and the deposit she'd pocketed. Then, in a moment that sent the courtroom into stunned silence, Karen snapped, "I deserve that land. Elena doesn't even live on it." The gallery erupted, and Judge Harper slammed her gavel. "Enough!" she roared. "Ms. Whitmore, you've just admitted to intent. Bailiff, escort her out." As the bailiff led a sputtering Karen from the courtroom, her heels dragging, the young couple who'd paid the deposit stood up, tears in their eyes. They'd been duped too, their savings gone. Maria seized the moment, requesting not only that the deed be voided, but that Karen be ordered to repay the couple and cover Elena's legal fees. Judge Harper didn't hesitate. "The deed is null and void," she ruled. "Ms. Whitmore, you'll repay the $50,000 deposit plus interest to the buyers and cover all legal costs. Furthermore, I'm referring this case to the district attorney for criminal charges." The courtroom cheered as Karen, now outside, could be heard shouting at her attorney, her voice echoing down the hall until it faded. Elena walked out of the courthouse into the Texas sun, her grandfather's watch still in her hand. The land was hers again, but the victory felt bittersweet. She'd lost a friend, a piece of her trust in people, but she'd gained something too, a reminder of her own strength. Maria hugged her, whispering, "You did it. You fought for your family." The young couple approached, thanking Elena for exposing Karen's scam. They'd lost money, but they'd gained a lesson in caution. As Elena drove back to her land that evening, she stood under the pecan trees, feeling her grandfather's presence. She vowed to build that home, not just for her kids, but for every memory the land held. This story isn't just about a courtroom win, it's about standing up to betrayal and fighting for what's right. Elena reclaimed her legacy, and Karen faced the consequences of her greed. But what do you think? Was Karen's punishment fair? Or should the judge have gone further? Should Elena have seen the signs of Karen's betrayal earlier? Or was her trust justified? Share your thoughts, because sometimes the real justice comes from the conversations we have after the gavel falls.